Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We have some breaking news to start our newscast tonight. North Dakota has temporarily suspended income tax refunds. Thanks for joining us. As we first reported today on valleynewslive.com, the state is suspending payments of check and direct deposit to taxpayers because of an increase in fraudulent tax returns. North Dakota's tax commissioner, Ryan Rauschenberger, says his department is conducting a more in-depth review of returns this year because of this fraud, and it's beyond just the TurboTax electronic filings of state returns.
We have submitted basically a hold on all refunds going out right now. It isn't just a TurboTax issue. We have suspended any refunds at this point from being sent back out to the public because we are taking additional checks and measures to make sure that who the refund check will be sent to is the actual taxpayer, not a fraudulent taxpayer.
Rauschenberger is asking taxpayers to be patient as they do not have a date the suspension will be lifted. Well, coming up on Valley News Live at 6, we'll answer the questions you have about TurboTax e-filing issues and what Minnesota is telling its taxpayers to do. Well, the state fire marshal is being called in to investigate a house fire in Sabin, Minnesota. It happened this afternoon. No one was injured, thankfully, but firefighters got this call around 1:30 of smoke coming from a house just off the main street in Sabin. Sheriff Bill Bergquist says the house was for sale, it was being remodeled, and no one was living there. Fire crews from Dilworth and Barnesville were called in to help, and Bergquist says it was a big fire.
I do know that when the fire chief got here, he said he saw flames in the basement all the way to the roof.
And Bergquist says the fire was so intense they had to fight it from the outside. They didn't dare send anyone into the building. There's no word yet on how it started. Layoffs may be in the works at Concordia College. Valley News Live has learned a number of faculty and staff could be cut as the school battles declining enrollment. Valley News team's Bradford Eric looks beyond the pomp and circumstance to see how this prestigious school is coping with the problem.
Who saw this coming? Who is making smart adjustments that will redound to the benefit of students now and in the future? And that's what we're doing.
Concordia President William Kraft says smart adjustments are one part of a 3-year plan the college is putting together to deal with its money problem. He says, unfortunately, some of those adjustments could include trimming faculty, staff, and programs. The reason? Not enough high school graduates are picking Concordia.
So we are at the moment at the bottom of a demographic trough. So we're at a 10-year low in the number of first-time degree-seeking students in the state of Minnesota.
That's roughly 20% fewer students crossing into Old Main. For Concordia, fewer students mean less revenue, and less revenue means budget problems. But President Kraft sees a way out. He says the school has already surpassed its fundraising goals and has strong community support. But the bottom line is they still need more students.
And I don't want to have activities and like the library or anything have to be cut. So not having students come in definitely makes that a possibility that those things could happen.
Fernholz already sees the results of declining enrollment. Dorm rooms sit empty in her building.
I'm just not concerned. I haven't seen any impact so far. I doubt that there will be an impact.
Judnick works in admissions, experiencing firsthand the extent of campus recruiting efforts. From what she's seen, she's confident Concordia will keep making the grade. In Moorhead, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
While specifics weren't discussed on camera, according to the campus newspaper, Concordia President William Kraft told department chairs to budget for a nearly $4 million deficit. He says administrators are planning for student enrollment numbers somewhere between 2,300 and 2,500, and that will still keep them as one of the largest private colleges in Minnesota. Well, it's been a wonderful start to the weekend, so if you are traveling, what can you expect before you hit the road? Hutch joins us now to tell us about what we're in for tonight. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. If you're out and about tonight, a real only inclement weather will be for the northern valley. The way things are shaping up, snow right now spreading from Cavalier County all the way through Lake of the Woods and northern Beltrami counties. Right now it's very light, but could cause some slippery spots. Take a look at the temperature difference across the region. 12 in Devil's Lake and almost 70 in Rapid City. Holy smokes, it's going to be a very warm weekend as we glide into things. I'll have more details on that in a minute, but this evening temperatures in the 20s for Fargo. Light wind. We'll have passing high clouds, and overnight we could have a chance at some flakes and some freezing drizzle moving through the region. In the hour-by-hour forecast, I'll show you who needs to worry about snow and who needs to worry about some slippery spots. for the weekend ahead.
Things are a-changing.
They are.
Thanks,
Yes.
Reg. Now, as they change, you can stay up to date on our changing weather from your smartphone or tablet. You can always get the latest road and weather conditions on our Storm Team app. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. This is a big day from a getting around perspective on the north side of Fargo and Moorhead. This toll bridge is no more a toll bridge. It's a regular one. That means you can cross the Red River between Fargo and Moorhead at 12th and 15th Avenues North at no charge. The cities of Fargo and Moorhead officially own the bridge by a judge's order, and crews wasted no time taking down those toll signs and putting up new ones. The toll booth will be removed on Monday. Slow-moving traffic this morning after a crash on University just off of the I-94 ramp. This all happened around 8:30 this morning. Minor injuries were reported. Fargo police tell us that a driver was ticketed for running a red light there. Police are asking you for help finding a missing 17-year-old from Fargo. Police say Octavia Wise ran away from home a few days ago, and they believe that she is a danger to herself, and they want you to be on the lookout. If you have information on her, please contact law enforcement. It's Friday, time to get a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Here's a picture of him. If you've seen this man, he's wanted for disorderly conduct and federal probation violation. Call police if you have any information on his whereabouts. North Dakota lawmakers want to help a Grace City family who is struggling with a very rare genetic disease in its sons. The Carlsrud brothers suffer from pecan. It's a disease that causes the human body to not absorb a certain vitamin, which causes neurological issues like speech and big mobility problems. The legislature's resolution urges President Obama and Congress to direct the FDA to allow use of experimental medication that has been approved in Europe and testing in Canada. It will be introduced on Monday. And there's an experimental drug for this disease, like we said, but the FDA does not allow the family yet to use it. If you're looking for something to do this evening, the North Dakota Auctioneer Association has an auctioneer contest, and it's open to the public. Now, we have some video from last year's contest. The NDAA is holding its convention this weekend to network with other auctioneers and promote the business of auctioneering. And the Fast Talkers are inviting anyone to come watch their contest.
We do have a fun auction, which is tonight, Friday night, and a memorial fun auction. Plus, we have a contest that I think we'll have 11 or 12 guys throughout the state, North Dakota and Minnesota, that'll be competing for the 2015 champion auctioneer.
A lot of different items. Everybody's having a good time. We're not taking anything too serious. Come on down. It's really a fun event.
The public is invited. There is no admission charge. It starts at 7:02 sharp at the Fargo Holiday Inn. Well, a lesson in giving, helping, caring, and on cancer. It's a lesson at a very young age, too. All week long, kids at Grace Lutheran School in Fargo have been bringing in pennies to class. Those coins go into jars as a part of a competition. The class with the most pennies gets a pizza party, but those pennies actually do mean dollars for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The total for today, a little over $1,000. That brings the week total to more than $1,900 or 190,000 pennies. The United Way of Cass Clay has reached its fundraising goal. This year's campaign aimed for $5.5 million, and they got there. Another $6,000 on top of that as well. They announced it today at the stage at Island Park. The United Way funds 45 agencies while focusing on education, income stability, health, and basic needs like food and shelter. This year's total represents a 6% increase over last year. Now, don't forget to like Valley News Live on our Facebook page to follow all the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed the entire day. Put down that spatula. Tomorrow, you don't have to worry about making breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The 57th annual Fargo Kiwanis Pancake Karnival will keep you full all day long. Club members will be flipping flapjacks from 7 to 7 at the Fargo Dome. They're serving sausage, buttermilk, and buckwheat pancakes. Tickets are $7 in advance or $8 at the door. The goal is to raise $50,000 for various organizations in our community. Still ahead tonight, the latest on the massive cyber attack at Anthem Health Insurance Company. What's being done to help you or victims?
Much above average in Fargo, Moorhead, and Point South today, while up in the far north, temperatures were much cooler. More of the same this weekend, snow and freezing drizzle for some. Hour by hour details are next.